제 타임라인은 이렇게 난자, 동결, 배아 동결 이렇게 수정 이렇게 타임라인이 있고요. 그러니까 다시 말하면은 나는 배아를 만들 거야 해도 난자 채취를 먼저 하고 그 다음에 뒤에 어떠한 병원 측에서 이제 연구원 팀에서 배아를 이제 혼합하는 거여서 배합하는 거여서 사실 배아 동결까지 한다고 해도 개인이 겪는 프로세스는 난자 동결과 배아 동결이 동일하다고 보면 됩니다. 이제 저는 난자 채취랑 난자 동결까지만 진행을 했고요. 이제 그 다음에 나는 아예 그냥 배아 동결을 할 거야 했을 때는 정자를 넣어서 이제 수정란을 만드는 거죠. 그러니까 완전 성공된 그 다 용어를 제가 까먹었는데 그것만 가지고 이제 동결을 진행하는 거는 이제 배아 동결이라고 합니다. 그래서 보통 예를 들어서 배아 같은 경우에는 4개가 있었다고 했을 때 잘 배양된 그 하나 수정란당 한 20만 원이라고 들었어요. 단위가 병원마다 다르겠고 그러겠지만은 그래서 예를 들어서 그래서 당연히 비급여 기준으로 했을 때 당연히 배아 동결이 더 비싸죠. 예를 들어서 이 20개의 난자 채취를 했는데 20개를 채취를 했다 했을 때 이제 성숙 난자가 3개는 이제 좀 탈락되고 성숙 난자가 18개가 됐다고 했습니다. 그 다음에 이제 정자로 배아 냉동을 한다 했을 때 정자로 이제 용어를 제가 정말 까먹었는데 했을 때 이 18개가 모두 배양이 되는 게 아니라 수정란이 되기까지 많은 탈락이 있고 해서 한 4개 정도, 5개 정도 이렇게 배합이 성공이 되면 그거를 수정하는 그런 형태로 진행이 되더라고요. 그래서 정리를 하자면은 이제 난자냉동이랑 배아냉동이랑 얘기했을 때 배아냉동이 더 임신 확률이 더 높다 이렇게 얘기하는데 사실 그거는 아니다. 이제 모수가 다르기 때문에 그런 배아 동결이 더 확률이 높은 것처럼 보이는 거죠. 그래서 확률상은 같고 결국에 제일 중요한 거는 성숙 난자를 얼마나 많이 가지고 있는가입니다. 그래서 성숙 난자 하나당 확률이 8%라고 계산을 하더라고요.
About egg freezing. 30 years ago, the average age of a first-time mom in the US was 20 to 29. Now, it's shifted, 25 to 34, with the most common age now for the first time, 30 years old. More women are going to school and prioritizing a career and choosing to have kids later, and I'm in that group. But one thing on my mind is, as I get older, it can get harder to have kids. Just maybe not for the reasons you think. Turns out, your high school sex ed might have skipped a lot of stuff. You might have seen a diagram like this, and you might remember the basic ingredients to make a baby are egg, sperm, and roughly 9 months inside a uterus. But seeing it like this can give you a much better sense of what's really going on. First of all, see that right there? Those aren't attached. So when an egg is released from an ovary every month, a fallopian tube can actually move to pick it up. In some cases, an egg from the right ovary can be picked up by the left fallopian tube. Then the egg hangs out in the tube for 12 to 24 hours waiting to see if any sperm will come by. And if it does, then these tiny little things have to meet inside this comparably huge tube, form an embryo, travel together into the uterus, and begin to grow. Bodies are wild. All of that has to go right in order to get pregnant. And it can be a lot harder than sex ed made it seem. There are lots of challenges with both sperm and uterus, but for the purposes of this video, we're focusing on eggs. You might have learned that women are born with all of the eggs they're ever going to have, roughly 1 million. But around 10,000 die every month during childhood. So most of us hit puberty with around 300,000 eggs. Then each month we release one, while another 1,000 die. So over time there's this big decline in quantity of eggs, and it can be a big fertility issue. But I always thought it was the big fertility issue. And that's not true. When this whole cycle of ovulation stops at menopause, most women still have around 1,000 eggs left. But it's not just about how many eggs you have. It's also about how many many of those eggs have 23 chromosomes. They call this egg quality, which has nothing to do with how tall or smart or quality a kid would be. It's a binary measure, 23 chromosomes or not. When you think of someone who has a different number of chromosomes, you might be thinking of someone with Down syndrome, but that's the rare condition where an embryo survives. Most of the time, not having 23 chromosomes in an egg means that embryo never implants or grows. The problem is you only release one egg every month, and as you get older, the chances that that egg doesn't have 23 chromosomes goes up, so it can be harder to get and stay pregnant. But hang on, if I'm born with all the eggs I'm ever gonna have, like they're all already in there, why would chromosomal abnormalities go up over time? Is it that my body is secretly prioritizing the ones with 23 chromosomes first? Is it that they change somehow over time in my ovaries? Or is something else going on? Time to talk to a doctor. This is my real doctor, Dr. Pfeiffer. She's a reproductive endocrinologist and a surgeon. She's an expert in fertility. She's actually operated on me before. A couple years ago, I needed a surgery on my left ovary. I'm totally fine, but she's seen my insides. We're close. But the point is, I really trust her. She explained what's happening to my eggs. It's not that I'm secretly prioritizing the ones with 23 chromosomes. It's not that they all change slowly inside my ovaries.
When the egg prepares to be fertilized, it duplicates the DNA and then divides it in half. And a younger egg is more likely to have those 46 chromosomes divide into 23 equal halves. An older egg may not do that as effectively.
And that can make it harder to get pregnant. Okay, but how much harder, really? Like, what if I want to have kids later in life? This is where I started to feel like the numbers were getting a little scary.
The reality is that a woman's fertility starts to decline in the early to mid-30s. And everyone says, oh, after 35 it declines. It really starts to decline a little bit before then. Not significantly, but the start is then.
The best data that we have shows that rates of miscarriage do go up with age, and the odds of getting pregnant each month go down. But what really shocked me was the data about eggs.
Rule of thumb is a woman who is 32, we expect approximately 80% to be chromosomally normal. A woman who is 42, we expect 20% to be chromosomally normal. It's a big difference.
During this
아이고. 그래서 총 난자는 19개 채취됐고요. 그 중에서 성숙난자, 미성숙난자를 하나 탈락시켜서 총 18개 냉동을 하는 걸로 했습니다. 비용은 오늘 지불한 비용만 260만원 정도 나왔고요. 266만원 정도 나왔고 비급여로 진행했기 때문에, 그래서 직전에 한 70만원 정도 나왔기 때문에, 네, 병원마다 다르겠지만 처음에 한 300만원 대에서 나온다고 얘기를 들어서 가지고 동결까지 그렇게 비용이 들었습니다. 지금 난자 채취를 하고 집에 와서 좀 누우려고 합니다.